What's going on, guys? Welcome to the JWK show. We have a very big XRP update, so let's get right into the video. We do have a major XRP charts update. We can see, guys, we do have a buy signal appearing on the stochastic RSI, MACD turning into a lighter shade of red, which means bears are losing momentum. And guys, all we're waiting for is another buy signal break above this red line at around the $2.84 mark. So once we see both buy signals getting confirmed, just as we saw back on September 7th, we can see buy signal here, buy signal there, a mini XRP pump. That's when we'll be buying more XRP. So once we get the next buy signal, I'll let you guys know in the next big XRP price update. Now, we do have a chart comparison of XRP and Microsoft. And guys, the charts look very, very similar. We can see we have the triangle formation, triangle breakouts, Microsoft hitting this level of resistance. We have some ranging, and then eventually the breakout, Microsoft just going absolutely parabolic, continuingly going up. And guys, we are expecting the exact same thing, a breakout of this level of resistance, breakout above this zone, and then XRP, just like Microsoft, continuing to move up forever, forever, and forever. As Mr. Poole said, we have go up and never stop. So that is a very, very interesting price comparison for Microsoft 1989. So guys, things are looking very, very bullish. Again, we are waiting for that breakout over here, this trend line over here, and once that happens, we should see another big move coming in for XRP. Very, very exciting stuff. And we also have from CC, we have back on 8/22/2025, so this was from August 22nd, and he says the only MF in this community who has been 100% correct with everything they have said. We had November 2025, the floodgates shall open. You've been warned. So we see the floodgates opening in November, and just as we saw last year, XRP going parabolic, having another 6x. And then CC also says lane was picked. Moon that everyone wanted won't happen in 2025. As I've said many times, Moon in 2025 should be $10. If not, then I was wrong for the first time. We shall see what happens in November. I've reiterated this for the last 4 years. November is begin, no riddles, right? So we should see a $10 XRP by November, according to CC's prediction. And according to him, he is 100% correct every time. And we do have the comments confirming that as well. So very interesting connections going on. Again, XRP looking very bullish. Will we see a $10 XRP within the next 2 months? So we even have NBA star Tristan Thompson saying that NBA players in text groups are asking if they should buy more XRP, right? So we have the NBA extremely interested in XRP, specifically NBA players.
Teammates have started noticing this. They ask questions now, and guys are like, do I get more XRP? Do I buy more ETH? So like literally guys are texting me and then like in a group chat saying like, yo, it's pumping. Yeah, go should I do? I'm like, hold it, long term, guys. Think long. The same way you bet on yourself to get to the NBA, you gotta bet on these coins and bet on the space. Bet on what the future of digital finance is. Bet on that's what's gonna be our kids. That's the form of it. They're not going to be walking into these banks and these institutions. They're going to be literally having their wallets and being on a computer and literally managing their finance like this. Teammates.
Right, that is the future. We call it DeFi. And guys, we have to hold XRP long term to reap the high rewards. We have from Donald Trump as well, posting a meme of himself firing Fed Chair Jerome Powell. Will we see Jerome Powell eventually leaving? We do have, luckily, Jerome Powell cutting interest rates, which is bullish. And guys, will we see more interest rates cuts coming in? And lastly, from the Paul Berry Network, the XRP pod, we have 4 billion XRP staked with Flare. Let's take a look at this video.
I had you on, we were talking about the liquid staking side with Firelight. And, kind of the big picture of what it could potentially be. And I think, some of the data that we've talked about has been billions, potentially, if not tens of billions of XRP to work, being put to work. First of all, are you still confident in those kinds of expectations coming out of liquid staking? Or do you think that maybe is even undershooting where the market could go?
I mean, I think, the market, the total addressable market for XRP staking is the total value of XRP. So I don't see a reason
Wow.
why that you wouldn't want to stake all the XRP in existence. There's no reason not.
Right, and that is total value locked. Imagine if we have, let's say, 50% of the XRP supply locked. We're talking about supply shock and a very high XRP price point, as it is hard to obtain XRP.
To get yield on it.
Yeah.
That said, I think a reasonable expectation is what I said before, which is, I genuinely think we could get to 5 billion by the middle of 2026, with a good tailwind, of course. But I know the parties we're talking to. I also know the protocols we're building. I know, like, for instance, to give you a really good example, we are working with Zaman, which is one of the major wallets on the XRP ledger, to create a smart account that enables you to stake directly from XRP ledger into Firelight on Flare without you having to touch the bridge. You don't have to interact with the bridge. You don't have to transact on Flare. You can just stake directly through what we call a smart account through Zaman. And that's in progress. I don't know when it will be delivered, but that's in progress. And Zaman has, as I understand it, roughly 4 billion XRP that is held through the Zaman wallet. So, that's about $12 billion, just that. And I think, there's no reason that we wouldn't be able to pick up a reasonable amount of the assets that are used in Zaman.
Yeah, for sure. That'll be a big development once that rolls out. So thanks for that tidbit.
That is it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.